Alrighty, guys, thanks for joining me. This is your host, ID Jester, playing more Inside Pitch from opening day 1995. This is Wednesday, 4th of April, or 26th of April, sorry, 26th of April, 1995. We have the Minnesota Twins heading out to Boston to face off against the Boston Red Sox. Let's go ahead and try and get this game done real quickly. Let's look at the lineups for today. Luis Alcia, John Valentine, Jose Canseco. Let's do it the right way here. I had the wrong lineup. Let's try it again. All right. Chuck Knobloch from Minnesota, second baseman. Alex Cole, he's in center field. Kirby Puckett, right field. Pedro Munez, the DH. Kevin Moss is the first baseman. Marty Cordova, left fielder. Scott Lewis, third baseman. Pat Mears, shortstop. And Matt Walbeck is the catcher. All right, there we go. Now we have them in the proper. Luis Alcia for Boston. He's going to be the second baseman. John Valentine is the shortstop. Jose Canseco is your DH. Mo Vaughn, first baseman. Mark Whitten, right fielder. Mike Greenwell, left fielder. Mike McFarland, catcher. Tom Herring, third base. And Lee Tinsley, center fielder. The pitching matchup today goes like this. Aaron Sele for Boston and Scott Erickson for Minnesota. And even though he has a Baltimore card because he played for Baltimore and Minnesota. But in this is historic lineups. So let's get things going here. We're trying to cruise through this game. All right, so Aaron Sele, Chuck Knobloch. What we're going to do is we're going to kind of do what we did last time with the strategy roll. We're not going to be using a strategy roll, but if we want to do a steal attempt, they're going to have to get the jump before they can try a steal attempt. And before that would happen, we would try a pickoff as well. So Chuck Knobloch versus Aaron Sele. 1-4. It's a range play at the ballpark. We are in Fenway Park, so keep that in mind. This is going to be at Fenway. So away we go. That is going to be a 62. 62 is a single in the center field. So Chuck Knobloch with the single. Let's see here now. He did have 46 stolen bases. He is a 4 to go. Let's calculate what we have here. Aaron Sele's -1. Catcher. Mike McFarland's -1. So -2 to steal attempts. So drop him down to about a 12. That's only 60%. I think they're going to leave him on first. Alex Cole, lefty. If you look at Aaron Sele versus left-handers, if it comes to a question mark, they're going to get singles. Right-handers will be auto outs. So much more dangerous for lefties than righties now. That's a 36 error chance. So we're going to have our first error check. Alex Cole, 33. That is a single. Past the second baseman. I still believe you roll for an error on that. So second baseman is going to be Luis Alcia. He's a 6. It's a 7, so no error. All right, going first to third on the 3-3 was second base, so it's an S4. We got our little trusty dusty chart. S4, you need a 3 or higher. 3 or higher, and it looks like Chuck Knobloch is a 4 speed. So he's going to make it first to third on this single. So runners are first and third from Minnesota. They're coming out swinging early here in the 1995 season, actually. Kirby Puckett, 2 on, nobody out. Defense will play back to go with the run if they can try and get the ground ball double play. 63, and we have another ballpark check here. Fenway Park has not been good to Boston so far. 31 is going to be a single past short. S6, and that's going to drive in a run. And Alex Cole is going to go first to third on the single. So back-to-back-to-back singles, and Minnesota takes a 1-0 lead. Still runners at the corners. Pedro Munez. 32 hit by pitch. He's a 5 plus 10, 15, so just outside the range. Tried to hit him with it. 54 is going to be Starline 6. Fly ball to right. F9, we got to find out now. Is the runner coming home on a fly out? We'll roll a D6. If it's less than or equal to the base runner, he is a 4. Alex Cole. Actually, wait a second now. Fly out runners on third. If the D6 is less than or equal to the hitter's sacrifice rating, then runner scores otherwise step 2. Okay, so we check this. Sacrifice fly is 1. It is a 1, so it's a sacrifice fly and the runner comes home. Otherwise, if we miss this roll, then we re-roll on the D6 throw chart. All right, so Munoz, RBI sacrifice a fly, that is. So 2 in for Minnesota here in the top of the first. Kevin Moss, 1 away, 1 on. 56 against the lefties, a blank. 55 is a liner right at the third baseman. So L5, we do have to check on the L5. Line drive, and it went to third base. A 1 and only a 1, they'll get the runner at first on the double play. Nope, just missed it. So liner to third, no pickoff at first. Marty Cordova, 2 away now, runner at first. 24, that is against a righty's, let's see, 24 against a right-hander, K+. Against the righties, 11, so it'd be a 21, so he is out on the strikeout. But 2 runs scored for Minnesota. They take a quick 2-0 lead before Baston even comes up to bat. All right, so we're on to the bottom of the first. Scott Erickson. He'll be facing off against Luis Alcia. And that is a 4-5 blank. Luis Alcia. 66 against the righty is a ground ball hit to third. G5. John Valentine. 44. That's going to be a possible strikeout. Strikeouts are nothing. Walks are -1. So strikeouts only a 6 against a right-hander. So no strikeout, John Valentine. 33 against the righties, a ground ball. G3. Down to first. And Jose Canseco, your designated hitter. 52, possible strikeout. Against right-handers is 13. That is a 15, so outside the range for Canseco. 61 is question mark 8 against the right-hander. A rolled a 10. Question mark 8 is too high for the right-hander, so it's going to be an F8, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. 2 ground balls, 1 to third, 1 to first, and a fly ball out to center field. And Boston's down 1-2-3. We can move on to the second inning. Aaron Sele comes back out. It's 2-0 Minnesota. Scott Lewis. 41, possible walk. He walks on an 8 plus -1, so not good enough. I'm sorry, that was a 12 walk. I was looking under strikeout. Walk 12 -1 is 11. The roll was a 10 actually, so it was a walk. Got to look under the right number, I guess. Let's see, what's his? He'll stay at first. All right, 33 against the righty is an auto out. 5 is going to be a fly ball to left field. 1 away. Matt Wahlbeck. 46. Switch hitter, so it'll be batting left, so that's a blank. Whoops. 1-3 ground ball hit to second. And we got to find out this ground ball double play. So 2 there, nothing there. Shortstop pivot is going to be a +1, so that's a 2. 3, 1, 2, or 3. They're going to get him. That's a 2. So that is going to be a 4-6-3 double play. It's going to wipe the bases clear, and we move on. So Minnesota down on the double play. It brings up Mo Vaughn. For your Boston people, you should remember Mo Vaughn. 1-5 range play. 42, star line 1, which is to first base. First base is going to be Kevin Moss. He only has a range of 1. It's a 2, so he missed it. 1-4 is a single. It is a single past the first baseman. Mo Vaughn, stolen base of 15. I think he'll stay at first. Mark Whitten. That is a 2-2. Possible walk. It's a 1, so that's going to be a walk. So 2 men on for Boston here. No one out. Mike Greenwell. Lefty. 32. 32 is possible strikeout. 4. And that's what is rolled is a 4. So big strikeout there by Scott Erickson. 1 away. Mike McFarland, remember him from our Kansas City replay. Mike McFarland, the catcher. Hey, Max Cornelius, how you doing, buddy? 32, possible strikeout. And once again, 2 is going to be well within the range. That's a back-to-back strikeouts by Scott Erickson. Boston 2 on, 2 away now. Tim Herring. 1-5 range play. 1-5, 1-5, Starline 2. That's going to be the first, and that's not what you want if you are a Minnesota Twin. Again, Kevin Moss, he's only a 1. It's a 6. So it's going to be a hit. 1-4 will be a single. It's a single past the first baseman. Coming around, let's see who comes around to scores here. Let's see, going second to home on an S3, 4 or higher. At second base is Mo Vaughn. He's a 2, +1 for being 2 outs. So he's a 3. And we got to check the right fielder. I'm sorry. No, wait. No. On the S4, it's just second to home, 2. You don't check anything. That's right. So on second, Mo Vaughn, he's a 2. He's a 3. And he's going to come around and score. On first is a 3. Going first to third on the S3. I'm sorry, it's an S3, not an S4. Sorry. S3. You need a 4 or higher to go second to home. He's only a 3, so he should be on third base, actually. So this is going to load the bases, and he should not be home. Mess that up. That's usual. I'm doing fine. Thanks, Max, for asking. We got bases loaded. 2 away. Lee Tinsley. Scott Erickson. Switch hitter versus a righty pitcher. 1-2. And he's going to be batting from left, so that is a blank. 34. And that's a fly ball to center. And that is going to do it. F8. And that's going to be no runs. They're going to have 2 hits and no errors. So, yeah, I was looking at S4 instead of S3. On S3, going second to home, you need to have a base running of 4. You get +1 if there's 2 outs. You can see that he has a run rating of 2 +1. He'd be a 3, so he can't quite make it. All right, so go on to the 3rd inning. Hey, Bobby. What's going on, Bobby? How you doing? Aaron Sele, Chuck Knobloch. 1-4, range play at the ballpark. So we're going up here to the ballpark. 1-6, that's going to be to the first baseman, G3. First baseman for Boston, Mo Vaughn. He's got a range of 2. Is he going to make it? He does. Mo Vaughn with a good defensive play there. We'll call that a 3-1 put out. steals the hit away. Alex Cole, 53 against the lefties, a blank. 21, that's going to be a single. A single past the third baseman. Kirby Puckett singled his first time up. Let's see what his, he's not a very good stealer, so he'll probably just stay there. 52. 52 is a walk chance. 19 those too high. Kirby Puckett, 51, pops it up to third base. P5. So 2 away, runner at first. Pedro Munoz, 32, flies out to right. I'm sorry, 32. Got to look at the batter or pitcher first. Sorry, I was looking at the batter. So hit by pitch was a 5 plus 10 is a 15. It was actually a 16, I think it was. So just missed it. And a 24 on Pedro Munoz is a question mark 7 versus a right-hander. It's a 4. That is going to be a single versus a right-hander. So single into left field. So now we're actually going to be rolling here. So runner is going to lose 2. So Alex Cole is at first. He wants to go first to third on the single. At 7, he loses 2. So 4 drops down to 2. Plus 1 because there's 2 outs. So he's back up to a 3. And the left fielder's arm happens to be a 0. So 1, 2, or 3 on the red dice. It's a 6. So we go to the second chart, the 6th chart. The 6th chart, we roll the 1. Lead runner advances, ball cut off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So he would, let's see, he would advance to third on, and then the runner is thrown out trying to go from first to second. So that would be a 7, we'll call it a 7-4 put out, and that's going to do it. So nothing going there. Pedro Munoz trying to get a little greedy there. Oops. We move on to the bottom of the third. Erickson versus Alcia. All right, how's everyone doing out there? How you doing? How you doing? All right, so we are in the bottom of the third. Luis Alcia, 53, home run question mark versus a left-hander. He hits no home run chance against lefties. So it's coming off Alcia's card 44, and that's star line 4. Ground ball down to third, G5. 1 out, John Valentine. 55 against the righties is possible strikeout. He is a 6. It is a 6, so that is a strikeout. Jose Canseco, 2 away. 43 is a blank. And a 35 is a ground ball hit down to third base, G5. So third baseman busy for Minnesota. That happens to be Scott Lewis. We move on to the top of the fourth. Kevin Moss. 1, 2, error and a throw possibly. 56 is going to be a ground ball hit to short, so we're going to check the shortstop here. Shortstop is John Valentine, 1 to 7. He throws it away. That's a 6, so S. That's going to be an E6. So Boston with the first mistake of the game. And he's got no stolen bases, so he won't go anywhere. Marty Cordova, 46 against the righty, is a star line out. 2 is a fly ball to center, F8. Scott Lewis, 1-5, possible wild pitch, 16 is a possible pass ball, 15 to 17. So we look at the catcher, Mike McFarland, pass ball of 1. I believe if you roll higher than their pass ball, it's a pass ball. So that is going to be a pass ball. Runner goes to second on the pass ball. So Scott Lewis still up. 6-6 is a walk plus. That's going to be a walk. Walks Lewis to first. 2 on, 1 away. Pat Mears. 6 and a 4 is another possible walk, and a 1. He's walked back-to-back walks. So they're going to have a little meeting on the mound as the bases are now juiced with only 1 away. That brings up Matt Walbeck. I did answer that question, Rhyme. I answered that in a video I did the other day. It would have been, let me look at my YouTube. I'll tell you which one it was. It would have been, I go through how I set up everything in my game. I think it was, might have been the Devil Rays, the 2007 Devil Rays game. It's like at the beginning of it. So if you want to go back and watch that video. Alrighty. Alrighty. So 2 on, I'm sorry, bases loaded, only 1 out. Defense will play back. 5-6. Against the lefties, a blank. 5-6 is a blank. Oop, that is going to be a 25. That's a single, S9, and that's going to score a run. S9 by Matt Walbeck, and they might break the game open here. All right, single into right field. Right fielder is Mark Whitten. He's a 0. All right, so S9 going second to home is a +1 to your run rating. That is a 3. +1 is 4. There's only 1 out, so he doesn't get the bonus there, and no arm. So 1 to 4, he's going to make it home from second base. We have to roll both dice. Ooh, it's a 1-1. Okay, so 1-1, we go to the 1 chart. All right, on a roll 1. Lead runner advances. So he will advance to third. And the ball is cut off, and the trailing runner is thrown out. So on the single, everyone moves up. So he comes in to score, and then on the throw to third, he is caught by the right fielder. That's going to be a 9-5 put out. But 2 runs do come in to score. And Minnesota breaking this game open here with 2 more runs. And let's see, that is going to be the second out of the inning. So still a runner at first for Chuck Knobloch. 65, possible walk, too high? Nope, actually he walks against right-handers up to 16. That is a walk. I got to start looking at the numbers before I do that, just to make sure. So runners at first and second now. Still 2 away. Alex Cole. Yeah, check that out. I likes to cut out cards. Yeah. See what I was doing today? This is what I was doing earlier today. See that? Cutting out some more cards here. I've got the 1984 inside pitch. 1984 all cut out. So I just have to put these away, box them up. Now what was I doing here? So 2 on, 2 away for Alex Cole. 41 possible walk, and this time it is out of range. Alex Cole 2 away. 46, and he's got a single into center field, into left field. A single in the left field. Now, how does that going to do it here? We need to check some runners here. So an S7 is going to be +1. He is a 3, +1 is 4, +1 because there's 2 outs is a 5. Left fielder is a 0, so 1 to 5. He's going to take off for home. Oh, it's a 1 chart, so we go back to the 1 chart. All right, on the 1 chart, then the lead runner advances. So he's going to make it home. Where is he? He's going to make it home. And if the roll is less than or equal to the trailing base runner, the trailing runner advances. So the trailing runner is going to second is Chuck Knobloch. He's got a run rating of 4 and it is a 3, so he's going to end up going to third on the throw, trying to get the run coming home. So craziness here as Minnesota is blowing this game open here in the fourth inning. Fourth inning. Kirby Puckett, the 8th man to come to the plate. There's still runners at the corners, 2 away. Oop. 6 and a 2 is a possible strikeout, and that's a 9 and 6, so that will be a strikeout to end it. Kirby Puckett down on strikes, the 8th man of the inning to bat. But that usually means he scored a few runs, and in Minnesota's case, that is 1, 2, 3 of them. Minnesota goes up 5-0 against the dreaded Red Sox. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Mo Vaughn back up. 56, and that's going to be question marks. And that is going to be a single past the first, past the pitcher. S1, so move on is on. And not much of a threat to steal. Mark Whitten. 4-3 is a blank. Mark Whitten. 1-5. That's a ground ball down to third. Let's see if they turn 2. Ground ball double play 2. +1 is or +0 is 0. So 1 or 2, they're going to get them both. 5. They will not get them both. And they're going to get the runner at first. So that's going to be a 5-3. Moving to second will be Mo Vaughn. No, sorry. They will get Mo Vaughn on the 5-3. His roll is higher than his base running. And this is going to be a fielder's choice on to first. So he'll be at first in the fielder's choice. Sorry. Had to think about that for a second. Mike Greenwell. 53, and that's a home run question mark. Against the lefty is 0, so he doesn't give up home runs versus lefties. It's a no home run check. 1-3, grounder to second. Once again, we're going to check a double play. Ground ball double play 2. The shortstop pivot man is a +1, so 1 to 3 they're going to get him. And they do. That's a 4-6-3 double play, and that's going to do it for the 4th inning. They almost had it the first time, and the second time they did turn it. All right, Aaron Sele against Pedro Munoz. Pedro Munoz got thrown out at the with the outfield assist in the 3rd inning. Alan Shaw, how you doing? How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. We're in the top of the 5th, 5-0 Minnesota. 32, hit by pitch. He's a 5 + 10 is 15, but it's a 20. That's like the 3rd time he's tried to hit somebody, but it's been too high. He is a +10 on the result. He throws at everyone, I guess. Pedro Munoz, 41. He's going to have a solid single to start the inning off. Solid single. Kevin Moss. And they're going to put on the hit and run here. 33 against the lefties, a blank. And 1-6 is going to be a fly ball to center. No harm, no foul there. Marty Cordova. And 1-4, range play at the ballpark. So going to Fenway Park. 43 is Starline 7. He rolled a 5. 5 is going to be a double. So a double. Trying to go from first to home. It was a question mark. So it went into left field. A D7. So first to home on a D7 is -1 on the base running rating. So Pedro Munoz is a 2. -1 is a 1. And the left fielder is a 0. So it's a 2. So he does not go. So he'll make it to third on the double. So runners at second and third. 1 out. Second and third, 1 out. I think they'll leave Sele in here to try and get through this inning. Defense will play in, no roll. I had to think about that. So defense will play in. 3-5 is a ballpark. Another ballpark here. The ballpark checks have not been good for Boston so far. 41, that's the Starline 5. This time it'll be good. Fly ball out to left field. And now we got to see if that is a sacrifice fly. 1-2. It's a 1. It's a sacrifice fly. In comes a run from third. So that is 2 away. Runner at second now. Pat Mears. You got a 1-3. That is a question mark versus a righty. And that is a 4. So that is going to be a auto out against the right-hander. That's a 2, so it's going to be an F8. And that's going to do it for the inning. But one more run for Minnesota. They're up 6-0 right now. The hot-hitting Boston Red Sox have cooled down here. Who broke the video? Must be my YouTube is broken. Uh-oh. Maybe it's just this game. Minnesota's just broken it. Who knows? All right, we're in the bottom of the 5th. McFarland versus Erickson. 6-6 possible strikeout. That's too high. Mike McFarland. 5-3, and he's going to start things off with a solid single. Past the third baseman. And he's probably not going to go anywhere. Excuse me. Tim Naring. 25, blank. 56 is Starline 6, which is too short. This could be 2. Second base is a 0 on the pivot. Ground ball double play is a 3. So 1, 2, or 3. It'll be a ground ball double play. 5. And it won't be as they get the runner. What's that going to be? A 6-4 put out there. And he will get on with the fielder's choice. All right, so Lee Tinsley couldn't get that double play, though. 42, walk plus. That will be a walk. So runners at first and second. Boston trying to make a little bit of noise here in the 5th inning. Luis Alcia, 35, possible strikeout. And against righty, that's a 9. That's a 4. That's a strikeout. John Valentine, 2 away now. 2 on, 2 away. 64, and it's a wild pitch, 13. And 13 is outside the range, so no wild pitch. 36, possible strikeout, 6. It's a 2, that's a strikeout. Scott Erickson pitching the game of his life here against Boston in game number 1 of the season. All right, we go on to the top of the 6th. Aaron Sele can match 24. That's 9, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. He's actually over already. So they're going to go ahead and pull him. So Sele's going to be done. All right. So coming into pitch is Alexander Opina. He's coming in pitch in the 6th inning. And let's see how he does against Matt Walbeck. 1-6 is question mark against the lefty. And that falls within the 1-17 range, so that's going to be an auto out. 4 is a fly ball to center field. Matt Walbeck, fly ball to center. F8. All right. Chuck Knobloch. All right, Chucky, what do you got for us? 21, that's a possible walk. Against right-handers, this is 16 minus 1. That was an 8, so that's going to be a one-out walk for Chuck Knobloch. No sense in stealing up 6-0. Alex Cole, 31 against the lefty is an auto out. That's going to be a 2 fly ball to left field. So 2 away. Kirby Puckett, 6-3 is a ballpark check. Fenway has not been good to Boston. 42 is single plus. So Kirby Puckett's a run of 4. 1-4, he'll turn it into a double, and he does. So that is going to be a single. Runner's going to move to third, and he's going to move to second. So runners is second and third now. 1 away. 2 away, sorry. And it brings up Pena versus Munoz. 6-6 home run question mark versus a right-hander is 1-6. As a 3, Munoz versus right-handers 1-12. This one is going to put the game out of reach. Oh, no, it's not. It's a 14, so not a home run. 52 is going to be ground ball hit to short. And that's going to do it. 6-3 putout. So instead of a 3-run home run, they get out of the inning without giving up a run. Boston on the verge of getting annihilated out of this game, but now they've got a chance to come back. So Jose Canseco can start things off here. Hang on, before I pitch, hang on. Let's see. He is a 26, 18, 19. He's got plenty. Okay, Jose Canseco. 1-3 is a blank. Canseco, 45. Star line 6. Grounded to short. 6-3. Move on. 1-6. Home run chance. And that one is gone. Home run. Move on. That one is deep to left center field. Move on. Gets Boston on the board. 6-1. Could the comeback be started? Mark Whitten, 52. Strikeout chance, and he'll go down on strikes. 2 away. And Mike Greenwell, 56 is question mark. Against the lefty is a 1-14, so it's out of range. Otherwise, it would have been an auto single. But it's out of range. 1-4 is a liner rate at third. L5. And that's going to do it. But Boston does get on the board with the single home run by Mo Vaughn. And it's now a 6-1 ball game. What is this?
Might be the credit card. I don't know. It's supposed to come today.
It probably is.
Yeah, it has
Okay.
name on it.
All right. So we're on to the top of the 7th there. Here we go. Pena came in and pitched. Let's see. When did he come in? It was after this, right? Okay. So Pena is officially tired, but they're not going to pull him yet. 31 against the lefties, an auto out. 2, fly ball to left field. F7. Kevin Moss. Pena is tired, so anything in parentheses, like a 1-6. But they need him to get a few more outs before they can bring someone else in. 25 is a ballpark. Fenway has not been good to Boston. I don't know if I mentioned that yet. 1-6. That's a grounder to first base. T3. And Scott Lewis. 44. Right-handers blank. 64. Ground ball down to third. G5. It's 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Cruising right along. Trying to get this game done in less than an hour. Trying to see if I can get these games pretty regularly on less than an hour. Mike McFarland, third. Let me roll that again because I hit the dice. All right, there we go. 1-5, range play. And 6-4 is going to be to center field. Center fielder Alex Cole, 1-4. He makes the play. That's an F8. Tim Herring, 45, blank. And 26, S4, so that's going to be a single. No sense stealing, down 5. Lee Tinsley, 61, range play at the ballpark. This is actually Boston's first roll on their own ballpark. 34 is going to be a double, but it is a range play, right? So it's a D7, so that's left field. The left fielder, Marty Cordova, is a 3. He can steal this double away. Makes a great play. 1, 2, or 3. No, it's going to fall in for a double. And going first to home, on the D7 is a -1, so it goes down to 2. So 1 or 2, he'll make it. Oh, we go to the 6th chart. So on the 6th chart, and then we roll the 4. Lead runner is thrown out. So trying to come home, and he's going to be called a 7-2 put out. But if the trailing runner's base running, which is Matt Herring, no, I'm sorry, Matt Herring was thrown out on the 7-2. He's a 4. If it's equal to or less, then he's going to advance. So he's going to move up to third on the throw home instead of a double. He hit a double. It's a 7-2 put out by Minnesota. And then Lee Tinsley gets a double and then takes off to third on the throw home. So runner at third, 2 away. Minnesota will concede the run if they can get the out, so they're going to play back. So Scott Erickson trying to get through 7 here. 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. He's now officially tired. They're going to leave him in there, though. That's a 31, and that is a bad move, as that is an auto single because he's tired. And runners advance, so coming in to score. And on the single, Scott Erickson. So Erickson will be out, even though he has a Baltimore card. He plays for Minnesota. And coming into pitch is going to be Mark Gunther. Mark Gunther? Mark Gunther is going to come in, try to get rid of this 7th inning. You got the 1984 season of Inside Pitch. Well, yeah, I got the 1984 season of Inside Pitch. Here it is. See that? It's all cut out and looking really nice, huh? Look at that, huh? Just haven't put it away yet. I haven't wrapped it up yet. I got a lot of seasons of Inside Pitch so far. All right. So what do we got? One on, and 2 outs. 1-2 is a K chance. He's a 9, not low enough, so no strikeout. 26, that's a question mark. 7, that's an 8 versus a lefty, and that's going to be a double. Holy cow. It's going to be a double. So is the run coming home? It's into left field, D7, so it's a -1 to the base running. So the 3, -1, +1, and the left fielder is a +1. So it's 3, 3, let's go like this. 3 +1 for 2 outs. +1 for the fielder, and -1 because of the chart. So 1 to 4, he's going to score on the double. It's a 3, so that is good. So he's going to come in to score. And just like that, Boston scored 2 runs, and they have a runner in scoring position for John Valentine. Can Boston make a comeback here? Bottom of 7th, 34, hit by pitch. He's at 12. He's hit by the pitch. So runners at first and second now for Jose Canseco. 31 error chance. We're going to have an error chance here too. 6-2. Lefty is going to be his shortstop. Shortstop, Pat Mears, is an 8. So 1 to 8 will be an error. It's a 10, no error. So it's going to be a 6-4 put out, and that's going to do it. But Boston does come back with 2 runs in the 7th inning. So it's now a 6-3 ball game. And Pena is done. So coming in to pitch is Frank Rodriguez. In the 8th inning. Now notice he has a Minnesota card. That is not a mistake. This is not a Minnesota player. He's on Boston, played in this game, and he gets traded to Minnesota later on. So he's actually going to try and help Boston defeat Minnesota, but then he's going to get traded to Minnesota later on in the season. So, all right, let's see if Frank Rodriguez can close things out and keep Boston within earshot. What are you doing there, buddy? How did you make the score sheets, or are those available online? Baseball Reference. I didn't make these score sheets, but you can get them online. Alrighty. So what do we got? Frank Rodriguez versus Pat Mears. We're in the top of the 8th inning. 6-2 is a blank. So 6-2. 34 against the righty is a single. So leadoff single. It's an S5. He has got a stolen base of 14. He's a -2. Catcher is a -1, so it's -3. So we drop him down to an 11, so he's not going to go anywhere, I don't think. Matt Walbeck, 63 is an error chance, so we're going to have an error chance. There has been 1 error so far in Boston. 32, and that's a single. S6. We're going to look at the shortstop, and that is a 7-13, so no error. But an S6 going first to third, and he will make it first to third on the single. So runners at the corners. Defense will come in with Chuck Knobloch up. Chuck Knobloch. 42 is a ballpark. 42 is a ballpark. Chuck Knobloch. Oop, let's bring this down a little bit so you guys can see it a little better. Ballpark, Fenway, 45. Fly ball out to right field. F9, is it deep enough? Sacrifice flies only a 1 for Chuck Knobloch. Nope. So in lieu of that, we then, what do? All right, so roll d6 and check to see if it's within the sacrifice rating of that runner. Otherwise, go to step 2, re-roll the d6 on the throw chart. All right, so the throw chart, he's a 4, right? Minus the right fielder's arm is a 0. So 1 to 4, he'll go home. It's a 1-1. So we go to the 1 chart, lead runner advances. So he's coming home. And if the roll is less than or equal to, so Wallenbach, he's going to make it to second on the throw home. So Knobloch gives them a little bit of room there. Alex Cole, runner at second, 21, against the lefties a blank. 36 is a ground ball hit to short. 6-3. And I think if it's hit to second, runner second, the ball's hit to short. He's got to roll. Base runner is going to be higher than the dice. So it is a 3, so nope, he'll stay on second. So 2 away, runner still in scoring position. Kirby Puckett up. 1-4, wild pitch. 18 is just outside the range, so no wild pitch. 36, hit by pitch. He's a 4, plus 4 is 8, so no hit by pitch. Kirby Puckett ducks away from that one. And a 1-2 fly ball out to right, so F9, and he doesn't do anything, but Minnesota gets one of those 2 runs back. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. It is now 7-3 Minnesota. So, I think Minnesota will be done here. We're going to be putting him in. Dave Stevens is going to come in for Minnesota. Dave Stevens, right-hander. Taking on the lefty, Mo Vaughn. 44, and that's an error in the ground ball, possibly. 61, that's a fly ball out to left field, so F7, no error check needed on the pop fly. Mark Whitten, 24, strikeout chance, and 15, he's Steve, right 3 at the knees. Dave Stevens against Mike Greenwell. 31, range play at the ballpark. 56, that's a single in the left field, unless the left fielder can steal this away. Marty Cordova, 1-3, dives and makes a stab. No, he doesn't. That's going to be a single in the left field. Mike McFarland, 31, range play at the ballpark again. 52 this time, single to past second base. Second base is Chuck Knobloch. He is a 1-4. Can Chuck Knobloch steal this away? Dives! He grabs it from his knees. 4-3 put out. And that's going to do it. Oop, 4-3, not 4-4. 4-3 put out. So Boston down to their last 3 outs. And Rodriguez is going to give way here. He's going to give way to Ken Ryan. Minnesota brings in, or Boston brings in the new pitcher. Damn, I wrote him on the wrong side. He should go down here. Ken Ryan for Boston. All right, Pedro Munoz. Let's see what he can do here. 45. Possible strikeout. He's a 13. That's a 14, so no strikeout. 61 is a single into right field. Single to right. Pedro Munoz. Kevin Moss. What? I'm just gonna make you a moderator there. Oh my God, if I can get this damn thing to. Alan, I just made you a moderator in case there's something you need, buddy. I trust you, my friend. All right. Here we go. Kevin Moss, one on, nobody out. 55. K plus. That's gonna be a strikeout of Kevin Moss. Marty Cordova. And that is a 23. Another strikeout chance, but too high. And that is a 2-3. That is a question mark 7 against the right-hander. That's a 2. That's a single. S7. And on first is Pedro Munoz. He's a 2. Minus 2. He S7. He is a 0, so you don't need to roll the dice. He does not automatically go. So runners are first and second now because he's so slow. All right, Ken Ryan trying to buckle things down here. 2 singles given up so far. Scott Lewis, 44, range play. Uh-oh, Scott Lewis, 44. It's going to be just shortstop. John Valentine, he's a 1, 2, or 3. 1, 2, or 3. It's a 6. He can't get it. And that's going to be trouble. All right, the single. Runners advance 1 base now. Let's find out if he goes S6. You need to have a 3 or higher to go home. He's a 2 plus 1. 6-4. We're just gonna. I can't remember what he rolled, so I'm just gonna leave him at third base. So bases are loaded. I can't remember what the hell I rolled. All right, so that brings up bases loaded here. Pat Mears, only 1 away. 61. Blank. I'm going to call that a blank. Yes, it is a blank, actually, because he's not tired yet. 24, and that's Starline 1. That's a ground ball. Hits a second. So can they turn to double play? Double play. 3 plus 1 is 4. The shortstop pivot. Shortstop pivot is plus 1, so it's a 5. Anything but a 6, and it'll be a 4-6-3. It's a 4-6-3, and the Boston gets out of a jam. Base is loaded here in the top of the 9th, and they don't give up anything. The only chance they had was to get that double play, and they got it. Ken Ryan. Now let's see if they can put some runs on the board here. Dave Stevens is going to try and close this one out. He'll be up against Lee Tinsley first. I don't know why his card's up here, but Lee Tinsley's up first. You get a PDF for every game of the season. You showing him how to do it? That's good. You're a good man, Alan. You're a good man. I told you. All right, here we go. Dave Stevens, Lee Tinsley. 1-5, range play right off the bat. 1-1, it's going out to left field. Left field, Marty Cordova is a 3. 1, 2, or 3, makes it. 3, dives in there, sliding, stop. F7, big out there. You don't want Boston to get on a roll, start getting guys on base. Luis Alcia, Dave Stevens, 55, walk plus, and that is going to be a walk. So, they do get the 1 runner aboard. John Valentine. They're going to need a couple more runners. 64, and against the right-handers, a home run check. And 15 versus right-handers. That one is going, and gone. Home run, 2-run home run. And Boston is not done yet. It is now a 5-7 ball game. They're not done yet. Jose Canseco, 6-5. Oh my gosh, home run question mark against the right-handers 1-14. That is inside the 1-14. Jose Canseco 1-11 will be a home run. We'll have back-to-back. Oh, it's a 17 though. 1-6. Grounds it to second. G4. Almost back-to-backs, and that would have pulled them within one. So Boston's now down to their last out. Instead of a home run, they get a G4. 3-4, and oh, just missed the home run. 4-3-5 was the home run chance. 3-4 is his strikeout chance, and 16, it's a 12. He strikes him out, and Boston had their opportunities. They ended up scoring 2 in the bottom of the ninth. They had a chance at a home run with Canseco, and then Mo Vaughn almost had a home run as well. That could have tied the ball game right there. But Minnesota squeaks this one out. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 runs. We'll count up how many hits they had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 7 runs and 15 hits and no errors. Boston, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 runs on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 1 error. So Minnesota 7 runs, 15 hits, no errors. Boston 5 runs, 11 hits, 1 error. Minnesota takes game number 1 of the season versus, and we have another card out of place, as that is a Philadelphia Philly later on in the season. Trying to make sure I don't package up all the cards that I don't need to put away. There you go. So Minnesota 1-0. Boston falls to 0-1 inside pitch. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. Boy, that was a heck of a game right down to the wire there. Ooh, are we going to see the conclusion of the golf tournament you're playing? Yes. We're going to get that. We're going to do the golf tournament. Don't worry about that. We're going to be doing that. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. But thanks to Alan and Raimi and who else came by? Max Cornelius, of course, Bobby Catalano and Max Cornelius, Al Red Sox fan, everyone that came by. Thanks for coming. We'll see you guys next time. Your final score once again from Fenway Park, April 26, 1995. The Minnesota Twins 7, the Boston Red Sox 5. We'll see you all next time. Thanks for watching.